So as in previous lecture, we have already understood about the classification of matter based upon atomic composition. In this lecture, let us try to develop our understanding about the properties of matter. And here in our subject, we are concerned only about the physical properties of matter, which provides description of the characteristics or traits of a matter and can be classified into extensive and intensive properties, where intensive properties like temperature, boiling point and concentration do not depend on the amount of matter in a sample but only depends upon the type of matter, and extensive properties like weight, volume and entropy depends on how much matter a sample contains. So now you will be asked to identify various properties of matter into extensive and intensive one, and for this you need to remember these 3 points, where first of all, imagine a matter kept in a container and now divide this container into two halves, and because of this division, if the property of the matter gets changed, then it is identified as a extensive property, and if the property of the matter do not changes, then it is identified as a intensive property. And in my lecture on concept of continuum, I have already explained you that the macroscopic properties are just the consequences of microscopic molecular activity. So when the matter kept in a container is divided into two halves, then the number of molecules will also get halved, and so the macroscopic properties like mass and volume will also be changed, and so the properties like macroscopic mass and volume are identified as extensive properties, and all those properties which are dependent upon the mass of the matter will also get changed. So all those properties which are dependent upon the mass of the matter are identified as extensive properties, whereas a word specific means per unit mass. So wherever you find the word specific associated with a property, that will mean a intensive property, as it will not depend upon the mass of the matter. Now some of the properties like density or specific mass, which is defined as mass per unit volume, is a ratio of two extensive property, that is mass and volume. So this ratio of two extensive property is identified as a intensive property, as you can clearly see that with this division, density of the matter do not gets changed. And some of the properties like pressure and temperature, where macroscopic pressure is explained as a force imparted onto the walls of the container per unit area. With the division of the container into two halves, the number of molecules gets divided, and because of this the force imparted onto the walls of the container also gets changed, but at the same time area will also get changed, and that is why macroscopic pressure will remain unchanged and will be identified as a intensive property. Now I would like you to take it up as assignment to find out such type of explanation for the macroscopic temperature to be identified as a intensive property. And now let us try to summarize various type of property of matter based upon this approach into extensive and intensive one, where mass and volume can be identified as an extensive property. So specific mass and specific volume will be identified as a intensive property. Similarly, for molar mass and molar volume will also be identified as a intensive property. And a property like energy and various forms of energy like kinetic energy, potential energy, internal energy, enthalpy, as you already know that all these forms of energy are dependent upon the mass of the matter. So these various forms of energy and energy as a whole will be identified as a extensive property, whereas a specific energy which is defined as per unit mass and its unit is given as kilojoule per kg will be independent of mass, and so a specific energy will be identified as a intensive property. Similarly, heat capacity, which is given as the product of mass of the matter and specific heat capacity, will be identified as a extensive property, where a specific heat capacity will be identified as a intensive property. Entropy is identified as extensive, and specific entropy will be identified as intensive property. Now angular or linear momentum, which is given as a product of mass and velocity, will be identified as a extensive property. Now my dear friends, remember that the resistance and the conductance will be identified as an extensive property, where resistivity, conductivity and viscosity are identified as an intensive property. Length, area and weight are identified as extensive property. As with the division of the container, these properties are likely to get changed, but the properties like color, smell, taste and specific weight will entirely depend upon the type of the matter and not on the amount of the matter. So these type of properties are identified as intensive property. Pressure and temperature are identified as intensive properties, and similarly properties like malleability, ductility, hardness, bulk modulus, shear modulus, elastic modulus will depend only on the type of matter and not on the amount of the matter. So all these properties will be identified as an intensive property. Now based upon this understanding, let us try to solve some of the questions, like which one of the following is the extensive property of a thermodynamic system. So with this understanding, you know very well that pressure is a intensive property, temperature is an intensive property, and density is the ratio of two extensive properties, so it is also an intensive property. So the correct option will be volume, which is the extensive property of a thermodynamic system. Which of the following are intensive properties? So now you know that intensive properties are those properties which do not depend upon the mass of the matter. So kinetic energy, which is defined as half mv square, will depend upon the mass of the matter and will not be a intensive property. But wherever you find a specific word associated with the energy, then that has to be a intensive property. Whereas pressure is an intensive property and entropy is an extensive property. So the correct option will be 2 and 3. You know very well that entropy is dependent upon the mass of the matter, so entropy will be an extensive property, but viscosity and conductivity are intensive properties. Temperature is an intensive property, and wherever you find the word specific, that means that is a intensive property. So in order to identify a extensive property, the correct option will be 1 only, as 2, 3, 4 are intensive property. Now which of the following are intensive properties which are not dependent upon the mass of the system? So kinetic energy is an extensive property, entropy is an extensive property, but the conductivity is an intensive property, and pressure is also an intensive property. So the correct option will be 3 and 4 only. Similarly, which of the following are extensive properties which are dependent upon the mass of the system? Like energy, internal energy is an extensive property, and entropy is also a extensive property. So the correct option will be 3 and 4 only, whereas temperature and viscosity are intensive properties. The value of an extensive property is essentially dependent upon the mass of the system. So now my dear friends, since 2017, when the pattern of the ESE examination has been changed and the number of questions have been reduced, so now it will be a very rare chance to find out such type of question in the ESE examination, as well as standard examinations like GATE and ISRO. But these type of questions will appear frequently in examinations like SSC, state engineering PSCs and PSUs. And with very less effort, you will be able to achieve excellence in solving these type of questions. So now let us practice some more question on this topic. Like which of the following is an extensive property which is dependent upon the mass of the system? That is enthalpy, because temperature, pressure and density are intensive properties. A repeated question from ESE which was asked in SSCJ, that an extensive property of a system is one whose value will depend on the mass of the system, like volume. Which of the following is not an intensive thermodynamic property? Not an intensive thermodynamic property. So you know very well that temperature and pressure are intensive properties, and wherever you find the word specific associated with a property, then that has to be an intensive property. So the correct option will be C. Which of the following is not an extensive property? Not an extensive property. So density, which is ratio of two extensive property, that is mass and volume, will be ratio of two extensive property will be a intensive property. So enthalpy is an extensive property and its unit is kilojoule, as it is a form of a energy. But specific enthalpy is an intensive property and its unit will be kilojoule per kg, because specific means per unit mass. Repeated question from ESE asked in SSC JEE, and I have kept this repeated question in the slide just to indicate the importance of the solving previous year questions for your preparation. As you have already solved it, so you can directly answer it as option A. Now which one of the properties given below is an intensive property? Intensive means which do not depend upon the mass of the system, but the volume, entropy and kinetic energy all are dependent upon the mass of the system. So composition will be an intensive property. Now what are the properties of a thermodynamic system whose value for the entire system is equal to the sum of their values for individual part of the system? That is an extensive property. Similarly, which one of the following properties are intensive which are independent of the mass of the system? That is, wherever you find the word specific, and conductivity is an intensive property, viscosity is an intensive property, temperature is an intensive property. So the correct option will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now my dear friends, if you have watched my first lecture on Introduction to Thermal Science, there I told you that Rudolf Clausius and Lord Kelvin tried to extend the idea derived from the Joule's experiment, and because of the kinetic molecular model that came into existence at the same time, they developed first law of thermodynamics. So the initial idea was laid down by the Joule's experiment for the development of first law of thermodynamics, and so it can be answered as the first law of thermodynamics was developed by Joule's. And in the same lecture, I have already told you that the thermodynamic equilibrium is the perfect balance of mechanical, chemical and thermal forces. So the system will be in thermodynamic equilibrium only if it is in thermal, mechanical and chemical equilibrium. So the correct option will be D. Now if you have watched my second lecture on concept of continuum, where I told you that the macroscopic temperature can be justified as resulted from the kinetic energy of individual molecules. So the temperature of gas is a measure of average kinetic energy of gas molecule. Now my dear friends, which one of the following is not a property of a system? With little bit of aptitude only you can answer this question as temperature, pressure and specific volume all are properties of a system, as we have seen in the previous slides. So the correct option will be heat, which is not a property of the system. So if heat is not a property of the system, then what is heat? We will try to explore this concept in the next lectures. Till then, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.